Hi guys and welcome to another edition of the Gentle Jerry channel. Ladies and gentlemen, I am brought by Eric and Stageman. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be breaking down your Raw preview. So basically, if you are new to this, what we do is we break down the 5 points that WWE have made and we basically go from there. But ladies and gentlemen, our main story of today is well, it was John Cena, but like I said, we actually only have breaking news. Bill DeMond's daughter was killed in a car crash. Like I said, it's only been breaking news. It has only come out. Details have only surfaced right now, so I'm going to try and get this information up right now. It's very, very sad news. Former WWE head trainer Bill DeMond's daughter was killed in a head-on car crash Saturday morning. They were driving on a highway in Orlando, Florida, around 12:30 a.m. when another vehicle veered into her lane and instantly crashed into the car. Shane Helms had the following comments regarding the incident. My thoughts and condolences go out to Bill DeMont, who's going through a tragedy that no one should have to. Completely heartbreaking. Obviously, our thoughts and prayers are with the family. It is really sad news. So one of our other main stories is something that a lot of people have been talking about, and that is John Cena. Johnny
Yeah,
Cena has finally walked away from the WWE. Not completely, but he's going to be leaving for a while. That's what the reports are saying. What do you guys think about this? John Cena, I'm giving my view after. I'm going to leave me till the end. But what's your opinion on John Cena finally taking that time to walk away? We're going to start off with Eric. What's your view on it?
He should take a time off. How, uh, been there a long time, hasn't he?
Yeah, I think he's been, what, nearly 10 years? 10 years, I think, constantly. The only time he's had a break is really, I believe the only time he's taken a break is with injury. Let me ask Sean, what is your view on John Cena finally walking away from the WWE and actually doing, he's going to be away from WWE for a while. What's your take on it?
I don't know. Probably. I think probably it's not really that too much sex drive for Nikki Bella. I don't know. Think about it. How many guys, you know what I mean, don't have that much here and there, and hey, you have to go home. Maybe it's
Bone
not the
chicken,
time.
wow, wow. um, what was I gonna say, Steve, man, what's your view on it?
Cena again. He really deserves his time off. I think the guy just needs to step away for a while. The character has been way too overexposed. Nobody really, unlike the kids or many other Cena fans that like him, people are just kind of sick of him at the most part. He's always out there every single week. He's a hardworking man, and I respect him for that. But he really needs that time off, and the only time he has actually gotten time off was, due to injury. So I think the best way for him to, at least for people to actually like miss him somewhat to a degree, is have him go on a time off for a while, 2 months, maybe 3 months, whatever, and come back, bring back something new, have him reinvent his character in the time being. That's what I would want to see. Have him come back something new, something fresh, and all that kind of stuff. So yeah,
Who's vibrating there? It's like a
it's not me.
mobile. There's someone's mobile going off like there.
It's yours,
Uh,
Jerry.
well, I'm on my laptop, so there it goes
I'm on.
again.
It's not my phone, and I'm actually on my phone. So Not coming
Hang
from
on.
my.
Oh, I want to see who it is. I don't know. Anyway, um, sorry, Terrence, go on ahead.
No, I said I already said my thoughts on it.
All right. Well, first of all, I said in the John Cena video that I am so happy that John Cena has finally taken a step away from the WWE. This is the thing that I said. Okay. I have not watched Raw for maybe about a month live. Today is the very first day in a month that I'm actually going to watch it live, and I'll get to the ratings part in a minute because a lot of people want me to rant on it, and trust me, you're going to get it on this Hangout, so you better take out time to subscribe. So anyway, John Cena leaving for a while is definitely good. Now, the reports are saying is that he is leaving for personal reasons. Now, that could be anything. He could have problems with the company. I doubt it, but he could have problems with the company. It could be something in his personal life, maybe someone sick in his family, or there's something involved with Nikki Bella. I can report that it is not to do with Nikki Bella. That's what the reports are saying right now. Oh, we got an echo there, Eric. Hang on. Sorry, Eric. I have to mute you there because there's quite an echo there. Anyway, so as I was saying before, John Cena finally leaving the WWE for a long period of time. Now, we've been here down this road before. The last time was the Nexus, when he said he was going to go away, he was going to take time off, and then he came back he came back the next week. So this will be an interesting time on WWE to see, does the ratings go up when John Cena leaves? It'll be interesting to see. It could change the. I'm a hopeful person, you know. I'm a hopeful person, but Terrence just left us there. But essentially, what it is that John Cena is he's just lost the plot. You know, I'm glad he's gone. I'm glad he's left because John Cena absolutely sucks. Everyone knows I don't like John Cena. I think he's a horrible, horrible wrestler. I don't like his promo ability. And also, finally, we don't need to see the United States Open Challenge, and it does give a chance for Finn Balor not to be buried. Everyone knows I'm actually looking forward to Finn Balor going on Raw, and I'm actually looking forward to it. So, it's going to be interesting to see what happens with John Cena. I think him going is probably a good thing because not only does it push the mid card, because John Cena's been that barrier in that mid card where it's essentially it's like a conveyor belt. You're right back. He gets built up. He beats everyone. John Cena back to the mid card, back to the lower card. John Cena. It's like a conveyor belt going right around. So essentially, that is a massive problem. And also the Open Challenge where the NXT, it's essentially NXT versus John Cena, okay? And I've said this on many occasions, is that John Cena, let's face the facts, he ain't really feuding with anyone. He ain't really feuding with anyone. He's really just feuding with the NXT stars because the NXT stars come in, he basically buries them, and then they go back to the mid card, and nothing happens to them. So that's my personal belief on John Cena. Okay, so we're gonna talk about this. Stage Man, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. The ratings on Raw, but going low, like that. You ever seen that Flow Rider song? Apple
Yeah,
bottom jeans, boots with the fur. You know, it's kind of like that.
yeah,
The
but
ratings have
worse.
been going low. Now, I have not seen the Raws leading up to this low rating. I don't know what I'm getting myself in for. I might just watch it for 10 minutes and turn it off because, let's face the facts, WWE's getting worse. Okay, so Stageman, what's your view on the ratings going down? I'll give my view at the end. So what's your view on the ratings going down?
Well, all I have to say is, and if I heard reports that Vince has been pissed off about the situation too, which is not something that it shouldn't be surprising, considering the fact is not just this year, but last year, maybe even the year before, where ratings has just been going down. I kind of feel like ever since Raw went to 3 hours, it just went on a it went from having the norm being like a 2.9, maybe close to a 3, and it just went down and down and down and down and down. And the creative process of Raw is just very very shit. And you always hear reports on the fact that Vince and the writing staff don't even write the scripts; they actually write it as Raw goes on, which kind of tells you something that you're just being a bit lazy. You know what I mean? And I think that the ratings going down is a sign for them to start changing their shit now. They should go in a completely different direction. They should start using the talent that they have, bring them up to a level that they bring them up to a level that is higher than they are now. Build some new stars, create some good television, in a way that we have good storylines for people like me or you or anyone can relate to and be enjoyed about. And just we just I want Raw to be great again, and one of the reasons why the ratings are going low is because there's hardly any creative process to it. There's no long-term booking. There's no interesting shit that's going on television. Most of the time when we're watching Raw, let's be honest, it's more of a habit. You know what I mean? It's more of a chore.
Mm.
And at the end of the day, if they're not going to change their shit, then the ratings are going to slip to the point where we're going to start seeing 1.8 ratings or to the ones, like TNA level or close to that shit, you know what I mean? And we don't want that. So, yeah, that's just kind of my little thoughts there.
Sean, what's your view
If
on the I'll give mine at the end, but what's your view on the ratings going down? Watching the product. What's your
I
view
think
on the ratings
somebody,
going down?
I think that somebody's screwing the ratings and that behind the scenes, whoever created team, whoever don't like doing their job, they're just gonna mess up the whole script.
Mm. Eric, what do you think?
But like
Eric?
Triple H said on a Stone Cold podcast, he wished WWE Raw was like 2 hours again.
Yeah, and right. So I'm gonna give my view on it. Okay, so because a lot of people, I haven't talked about it in massive detail live on air, but I'm gonna do this right now. I have never fucking seen Raw so bad in my entire life. I have never seen such a disgusting display of storylines in my entire life. It is probably the worst time to be a wrestling fan. It's gotten that bad that the YWC refuses to review this. It's gotten that bad. And, who gives a shit about Kane and Seth Rollins? That's not investment. What is the end game for these feuds? Alan has talked about this on many occasions with me off air. He's talked about me on Skype as well. If you have a match, if you have a Cesaro versus a Kevin Owens, what is the end game? Before Kevin Owens was competing for the Intercontinental Championship, he was against Cesaro. Okay? Kevin Owens beat Cesaro. What did that lead to? Absolutely nothing. It led to nothing because at the end of the day, there was nothing on the line. There was no risk. There was nothing. There was no, you have to work for me or you have to be somebody else, or, whatever it may be. There was no investment in those matches. If you go down across the board on Raw, there's no investment. Now, the tag team division looks promising. There's been rumors of Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy returning to the WWE. Again, only rumors. One of the rumors is why they relinquished the championship is because Matt Hardy is thinking of going back to the WWE. However, I seen a tweet by Matt Hardy, and he really shouldn't have done it, but it was basically Finn Balor going to NXT or whatever, and it was Finn Balor at the bottom, and it was like it was TNA at the top. should I say. It was TNA at the top and Finn Balor was there. But anyway, that's besides the point. The problem is with the ratings is that there's no investment. There's no storylines. And yes, you have these great indie wrestlers coming in. Fantastic. You have these great indie wrestlers coming in. But what people don't say is that you could talk about your Ring of Honors. You can talk about your New Japan Pro Wrestling. You can do this and you could do that. But the fact of the matter is that if there is not a storyline behind it, then what is the point? The show itself is called World Wrestling Entertainment. What's a keyword? Entertainment. Why is there no entertainment shit going down? And it's just horrible. Absolutely horrible. I have been covering Raw now professionally for about 5 years. And I thought last year was bad. I thought last year, I was like, they could not get any worse than this. This is literally the worst time to be a wrestling fan. Nobody gives a shit. Nobody cares. And what I want to say is this, is that WWE need investment. They need investment for these characters. They need investment for the mid-card. They need investment because if there is no investment, there is no need to watch the show. And yes, John Cena leaving is a good thing. Some people saying, no, it's not. It's a bad thing. The ratings are going to drop. Here's a fun fact to all those people that say that, is the ratings were down when John Cena's there. So clearly, John Cena is not the ratings guy that what some people may say. The guy has the United States Championship. So what's their excuse on that? The problem is that they have not pushed the adequate people. I would be invested if there was a Dean Ambrose. I would be invested. Hell, I'd even have Roman Reigns as a champion. I'm being serious. I'd have Roman. Listen, if Roman Reigns was the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, it would be 10 times better than what Seth Rollins is a great wrestler, but what they're doing with his character and creatively is just horrible. Seth Rollins, when he had that curb stomp, was a badass. Was a guy who, I don't care, I've got the authority behind me, but I'm going to kick your ass. Right now, he's hiding under Stephanie McMahon's skirt. He looks like The Miz. The Miz. If you remember when The Miz had the championship, he was doing exactly the same thing as what Seth Rollins was doing. And that's the problem we have. The mid-card, there's no investment. There's no... Thankfully, Kevin Owens has the Intercontinental Championship. Now, I would have preferred Ryback, but that's besides the point. I'm glad Kevin Owens has that, and we're now joined by Calvin King. But what I want to say is this, is that the sheer fact, and we have Burst Time, everyone's joining now, but the sheer fact that Raw has gotten so bad, it gets me concerned. It gets me concerned for this show. I am genuinely concerned. And they could talk about their shareholders and their stock markets or whatever, but when your ratings are down on a show, it goes to show you how bad you are. Don't give a damn what anyone says. Burst Time. We're going to start off with Burst Time. Burst Time, what's your view on Raw's rating going down the shitter?
The ratings are down because the company is going to die anyway. So the reason why a lot of people are losing interest in wrestling nowadays. You know what I mean? It's the wrestling is not good anymore. It's just that John Cena has always been top guys. Same thing going nowhere. It's not that edgy anymore. The reason why people can't see wrestling not because people wear pink. Because people want to see man wrestling. You know, it's style.
I got a jet. Sorry.
But the thing about it, these are some quick storylines. You know what I'm saying? Quick storylines. That the wrestling needs to be good again. You know, why is it the point? It's just that doesn't. It's like, okay, people have to script the promos. Why can people write your own promos and wrestle? You know what I mean? Wrestling, like trash talking, aggressiveness, the witness. You know, and it's not have to be PG, TV-14. Can't be the edgy style, the wrestling style. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this is what my personal view on it is that maybe, okay, what you've seen, and a lot of people, I'm going to piss off a lot of people saying this, but I don't give a fuck. I don't give a damn what anyone says. The Killing Joke was just announced, and it will be rated R. Deadpool is now rated R. Superhero movies are TV-14. TV-14, I don't know the terminology, but it's not PG. These superheroes are not PG, okay? These superheroes are not PG parental guidance movies, okay? It's either, PG-14 or whatever it may be, okay? Clearly, the world, the audience, if you look at superhero movies, ratings are going through the roof. If you look at these animated shows, they're going through the roof simply because it's more edgy. Maybe, and just maybe, WWE needs to revert. Some people are gonna disagree with me on this, but I don't give a damn. They need to revert back to. They need to revert away from PG television. Now, Vinnie Mac's not gonna do it because he's for the children. But here's a fun fact which some people don't know. What do kids like these days? They like their iPads, they like their Angry Birds, they like their video games, and they like their superhero movies. What's the one thing that's not on that list? Professional wrestling. Kids don't care about professional wrestling because the wrestling is speaking to the children like children. If you look at the TV shows in the past, it was adult orientated. And it's questionable. But at the end of the day, if you want to make an impact in the media today, you have to push the boundaries. Breaking Bad, Sons of Anarchy, Game of Thrones, Arrow, Flash, what other TV shows is there that's Walking Dead, okay? What all them things have in common? They are the #1 shows that are watched. People watch them. Even Sons of Anarchy has been off now for, a year? People still watch that shit. But at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, is that they don't. The fact of the matter is that PG is not the way to go now anymore. You don't need it anymore. So, Vinnie Mac, can we please have our wrestling back? Can we please revert back to the ratings? It's a logical thing to do. If you look at the media today, it is not the same anymore. It's not in the noughties it used to be, you gotta be PG to be for the children or whatever, but at the end of the day, what happens when you have a PG rating when kids aren't even watching your show? And that's a fact.
Well, if there's one thing I would add to that, with the PG era and all that kind of stuff, obviously I would want it to go back to TV-14, but just even with the PG, with the PG rating, it doesn't give them the right to make shit crap. You know what I mean? Things can still be a bit edgy, but at the same time, if you look at PG-13 and PG-4 and TV-14. TV-14 is a little bit more edgier. You have all that kind of stuff. PG-13, it's like a little bit less than that. But apparently WWE thinks PG basically means rated C for kids. You know what I mean? Or rated K. You know what I mean? It's just they try to target themselves to kids, but kids are not watching it. I remember as a fan, as a young boy, I would love watching wrestling, and my parents won't even allow me because it was edgy, Now you see kids watching wrestling, and it's not really as profound as it once was because it's not targeting to the adult-oriented audience. You know what I mean? Now it's way too corporate. Everything goes in a way that doesn't offend them anymore, and they just basically want to be how society is now, where if they try to offend certain people, they're gonna get sued or all that bullshit. You know what I mean? And going back to the ratings and stuff, and for Raw, you have your champion Seth Rollins as WWE champion, and he's getting his ass kicked and look like a complete dick every single week. You know what I mean? And
Little Dick Rollins.
Little Dick Rollins, and he's also a little pussy too. And you have your heel champion, and people always say, "Oh, he's supposed to lose every single weekend because he's a heel." Okay, heels. The main point of being a heel is for them to just win. They don't care about winning clean or winning dirty. All their main objectives is to be successful the way they want to be. And Seth Rollins could have been what Edge was or Triple H was when they were heel champions, but no, Seth Rollins is going shit.
Yeah,
And sorry to cut you off, there, Jerry. Um, if you guys notice Seth Rollins' statistics as WWE champion, he's only won 18 times and he has lost 60 times since winning the world championship. You know?
you see, this is the problem that I have, is that they can have a PG show, but what happens when the kids don't watch it? What happens with these kids that are watching this show and don't watch it? What's the alternative? I have said this earlier in the Hangout. Superhero movies are not PG. People seem to love it. The Killing Joke was announced. Rated R. Now, am I saying that wrestling should be rated R? No, because it's not going to happen. Oh, Jesus, I would love for it to be rated R. But it's never going to happen. I mean, could you imagine? Was WWE ever rated R? I don't think it was.
No,
I don't think it's.
no,
Oh
no.
my God, if they actually made a show rated R, oh my God, it would be amazing. Could you imagine a rated R WWE? Well, anyway.
Yeah, that's
Besides
rated pornography, Bill.
It would be fucking. I think it would be awesome to see what would they actually do if it was rated
Seth
R.
Rollins. Seth Rollins comes out, with the championship after a celebration, has a live sex celebration, and he actually shows his little dick in a menage a trois with the Bellas.
Oh my God! But what I want to say is this: is that PG now, it's dying. Reality TV is dying. Okay. People now are tuning into their Netflix, they're tuning into their gaming. There's more people that watch PewDiePie than Raw. Let that sink in for a second. PewDiePie averages 4 to 5 million views. Just let that sink in. PewDiePie, a YouTuber, gets more viewership than the WWE. Let that sink in. Does that not tell you that what they're doing is bad? Come on! For Christ's sake! The PG era, the PG format is not working. And if something's not working, fix it. Okay? They have lost a lot of fans. You want to bring the fans back, you turn it. I'm not saying make it rated R. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is maybe a middle ground. A middle ground for fans that have been dedicated to this product for so many years, and to slap them in the face and to say, well, we're giving you this kitty crap, here's Chuck E. Cheese, bye-bye, see you later, bye-bye. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. For the love of God, please, change the rating. And a lot of people are saying, oh, come on, Jerry, it's been talked about so many times. Yes, but no one's pointed out. Some people in the YWC have pointed out, but this is the thing. Kids don't watch WWE anymore. They don't care about John Cena anymore. It's just a fact. People might say, well, he does the Make-A-Wish Foundations and he does this and he does that. Yeah, but we don't have the numbers. We don't have the numbers of children watching Raw. We don't have them fixtures. We don't have them stats. But I'll tell you right now, if you speak to the average kid today, they'll say, I watch PewDiePie. I watch YouTube. What is it, kid? I'm on my iPod. I'm doing that. It's completely different.
Yeah.
This is something I want to point out, and I know I'm going on a rant here, but I need to say this.
Some kids play violence games.
Exactly!
Yep.
Kids play violent games! You know what I mean?
Grand Theft Auto.
Hey Jerry,
Yeah.
a lot of people know, a lot of people watch Dragon Ball Z nowadays. They used to watch Dragon Ball Z because Dragon Ball Z was violent. WWE is not violent anymore.
Exactly.
My brother watches TNA anymore. Doesn't anymore TNA. It's just TNA is out of the TV show, and he's out of the but you don't watch it anymore. You don't want to watch it anymore. Who cares? It's gonna suck. I don't watch the Edge every day. So my brother was like 10 years old. Like, wow. When I was 10, I was for wrestling. Now it's dead. My childhood's gone. The good shows I used to watch and care about, Pokemon's dead for some fucking years. The Simpsons fucking sucks nowadays. So how many fucking years? Wrestling fucking sucks nowadays. So I have to watch YouTube and watch Dragon Ball Z in an English translation version. YouTube, just
I know. And I'm so frustrated because this media that they're in today, perfect example, the Randy Orton RKO vines, okay? The Randy Orton RKO vines. And a lot of people saying, what are you talking about? What's this got to do with... Let me break it down for you. The RKO vines is still viral. Still viral. What does WWE do? They don't have Randy Orton on TV. Come on. There's people that are tuning in every single day. Thousands and thousands of people are watching RKO vines. What do? They don't take advantage of it. Another example, the vine. It's John Cena. You all know the vine I'm talking about. It's John Cena. Right. Here's another thing. What do? John Cena's vines are now going viral. Recently. What do? They take them off TV. This is a perfect example that WWE is out of touch with the internet fans. And I'm going to say another thing controversial, and I don't give a damn what anyone says. You know what WWE need to do? People are going to laugh at me, but at the end of the day, I don't give a damn. They need the YWC, and I'm going to say this right here. If WWE wants to speak to me, they want to speak to Wrestling Jesus, and if they want to speak to anyone in the YWC, sit us around a table and actually talk to us. We are the people watching your show. We want to help your product. I don't want to see WWE dying. I don't want to see wrestling dead. If there's something that we can help with, why don't they speak to us? But they won't, because in their mindset they're like, well, they don't know anything. They're just going to complain. Have you spoken to us at all? The YWC would be willing to, as soon as the internet fans, the YWC is willing to help the product. But at the end of the day, WWE's judgmental perception of internet fans, if you ever notice something, the people that actually review your show, that actually watch your show, that buy the WWE network, right? What do to the internet fans? They treat us like crap. They don't mention us. Name one occasion where they have praised the internet fans on WWE. Name one occasion.
Nope, no one.
None. And we're your core fan base. You could say the kids are, but the kids aren't watching your show. Let's face the facts, Vinnie Mac. We're your core show. We're your core audience. And the sooner you realize that, the better. Sorry, go ahead, burst down.
What's the thing? We're the 90s kids. Should the 90s kids, so the ones who are watching the kids from the 90s. And the 80s kids. Who got to do that good? You know, I'm a 90s kid. Sorry, Jerry, for interrupting you.
No, sorry, go ahead, burst time.
There's the fans, the kids who watch the E, not 2000s kids. Not 10s kids, but the 90s kids. The 90s, you know, the 80s kids who grew up watching wrestling. Love wrestling, professional wrestling. We spent the product. Those kids, do you see? They love wrestling back in the 80s, early 90s, early 2000s, early 90s. So I grew up watching wrestling. Where's my professional wrestling? It's dying. Because I want to go back to the days. And as a wrestling fan, I'm frustrated. I have to watch an entire invasion and go, wow, SmackDown, and get into it. It's something about wrestling was magic. WCW, same fucking shit. And the ECW is awesome.
Yeah, ECW, I actually rewatched the documentaries on ECW, like that shit was amazing. I want to say this though, right, is that if it's a PG show, then why is it later on at night? What time does WWE Raw come on in America?
8. I'm like,
8, right? What does
Same
kids
time.
do at that time? They go
Where
to
I am.
bed.
Where am I? 7.
No.
Or they're
What?
doing their homework, sorry. Because it's a Monday. Kids are doing their homework, or if it's younger kids, they're going to bed at that time.
Oh,
Okay?
watch football. American football.
Yeah.
I
Or
remember.
they go on YouTube and watch other things. See, this is a thing that it's so frustrating because, like, how is WWE not seeing this? They have to realize that we're living in an internet culture, the reality era of the world. So I'll just call it like it is. You know, from the noughties to probably 2013 was the reality TV show genre. It was the reality TV show genre. The genre we're living in now is the internet genre. People aren't watching television anymore unless it's sports, unless it's UFC, unless it's American football, unless it's soccer slash football, depending on where you live in the planet. Anyway, besides the point. Baseball, whatever it may be. This is what people are watching now, okay? We are living in an internet culture. But in this internet culture, WWE has an internet fan base, probably the most vocal fan base in the entire genre of the internet. And they have a perfect opportunity to make it great, but what do? They fuck it up. They fuck it up. It's getting worse. It's getting so bad in this day and age. It's getting so bad. And I will say this again. I think if any time, if the ratings are going so low, if the ratings are hitting, what was the rating again? Like a 2.1, 3, a 2.3. There's PewDiePie uploaded fucking 3 videos in a week, and it got more viewership. It got double the viewership than what Raw got in a week.
Yeah.
It's just frustrating, and we haven't even gone through the fact we've been ranting so much. Haven't even gone through the 5-point preview for Raw.
And
I
if
don't
Triple H
blame.
was in charge, he would make it better.
I don't know about that though. Maybe I remember we were discussing about that the other day. You know, it's people would say Triple H if he goes in charge of the company and all that kind of stuff, will it be it will be better? I just have to wait and see. Especially if it's him and Steph, then I don't know. You just have to wait and see. You know what I mean? So. Yeah, yeah, I don't blame you, Jerry, for not going on a tangent and talking about this shit rather than Raw, because Raw is just is a snore fest, you know.
I mean, I'm sitting on the
NXT's better than Raw.
Monday Night
Say it again,
Snore.
Eric.
NXT's better than Raw.
Oh shit. Oh,
it
that
is, yeah.
takeover special. That takeover special, though.
Do you know what the sad thing, Eric, is that a lot of people talk about the NXT stars going to Raw. The Raw stars should be looking to go to NXT. People say that NXT is a C show. Okay, that's what it was planned to be. But NXT is not a C show. It's a goddamn A show now. I thought it was crazy that they were overtaking SmackDown, but now they're practically better than fucking Raw. It's getting ridiculous. It's
I mean,
getting absolutely
is that really accurate though? Because I've only really seen the NXT takeovers. I haven't seen the actual TV shows. Are they as consistent quality as the live specials?
Yeah, they're pretty good. Yeah, they're good. Yeah, well, it's better than Raw. I mean, what would you have the alternative? Watch NXT show on the WWE Network, no advertisements, or watch a 3-hour show where half of it is advertisements. Oh, and this is another point I want to make. I'm sorry. I need to make this point. I do apologize, but I need to make this point. Okay, so movies, right? How long is a movie? 2.5 hours or 2 hours, okay? That's a movie, okay? Maybe a Harry Potter movie is 3 hours, okay? 3 hours of wrestling? Let me ask you something. How many times has people actually watched the full 3 hours of Raw? The full 3 hours. The full 3 hours.
When was the last time I did that? I think.
Well,
I think.
I've watched Raw in full, but I've never paid attention much to it for like half the show.
Exactly. This is the problem we have, is that the 3 R's does not work. The 3 R's of Raw does not work. Turn it back, please, to 2 R's. Us Europeans can't get any sleep, for Christ's sake, okay? That's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
It
Whenever I
really is.
start ranting, everyone joins the hangout.
You know, here's the.
I start...
If I have to say one last thing before we get into the snore fest of Monday Night Raw, Vince, you better be watching this. I'm telling you right now, you might be 70 years old right now. And if 5 years from now, if your company does not turn out the way it's supposed to, I promise you, you guys are gonna be hitting that 1.5 rating. You know what I mean? And you don't even have. And the worst thing is, you don't have competition to blame it on. You know what I mean? It's just, it's
Not
just
really. Is it possible
If
Monday Night Raw at the UFC or football?
they know.
Competition with
I.
football.
But they don't want to
Shane
acknowledge it.
McMahon was
So
still around.
Yeah, because they're competition they're competition other channel sports. That's
This
why.
is the
They can't.
thing, though, with that. And I want to say, because some people say, well, the ratings are down for football. The ratings were down even before football even started. If you actually looked at it, it was actually at a 3, which is bad. It's still doubly less than a PewDiePie video, okay? You know,
Very
it's still
bad.
bad, even before the football started. And what my argument is this to that is that if the football is overtaking WWE, then do something on Raw that's gonna make people watch Raw. Do something controversial. I don't care. Do something crazy. Do something crazy. Oh,
last set
we have to
celebration.
have a squeaky clean image. No company has a squeaky clean image, especially the WWE with their trademark. Go all out. I don't care. Do something controversial. Just do something crazy so we can watch it.
Live,
I
live
know.
sex
John Cena
celebration.
can turn heel. Oh wait, John Cena turned on the WWE. He can't do
Do
that.
you know what they need to do? I'm sorry, but they're gonna have to do it, John Cena. I
Yeah.
know this is a
Come
typical
on,
thing.
take a risk.
This
They
is a
need to take
typical
a
thing.
risk.
Okay?
Yeah.
The ratings are low. For the love of God, turn. Do you know what my argument is, though? I'm actually arguing with myself. That's how I'm actually. I'm always arguing with myself. Raw. John Cena is technically a heel already.
Yeah, but
Technically.
in the eyes of the WWE creative team, he's supposed to be like the Superman of the WWE, and he's the good guy of every feud he's in. So I mean, like, even they need to take a risk, for fuck's sake. They are worried that if John Cena turns heel,
Product.
the merchandise sales it's gonna lower, it's gonna drop. Oh, and people are gonna hate you. People are gonna hate us now. Like, what? You can't just say something and then expect it to happen. They just need to take a risk. And people maybe are gonna like this. They don't know. It hasn't never happened. It hasn't even happened yet. So they
I
need to
mean,
Well,
freaking take a
it did
risk
very
and
well
just
with
do
Hulk Hogan in
something.
WCW.
But the thing is, though, if they were to do a Cena heel turn, they need to have someone to replace them as the top babyface to work with
They
Cena, though.
can't do that anymore because they use John Cena to bury them.
I,
John
So,
Cena's
you know,
overrated.
so half of the roster is not even. No, the fans are not even invested in half of the roster. Like, come on.
because everything
Because
they do
most
is
of
a
them go
waste
to
of,
superstars.
because
I'm gonna
every
ask you. I said this off air to Terrence. I'm gonna ask you a question, okay? So, let's do a game, okay? Okay. So, what's the first thing that comes to mind? When I say the name, you say what does that person represent, okay? All right. The Rock.
What's that person represent?
What does The Rock represent to you? What's the first word that comes to mind when you hear The Rock?
electrifying,
Okay,
Yep.
right. Okay.
That.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
rebel,
Hell yeah.
Rebel.
Alcoholic.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
hell yeah.
Mick Foley.
Have a
Hardcore
nice
legend.
day.
This is
Hardcore.
Foley's
Okay,
big
right.
boy.
Now listen to this one. The Miz.
Reality
Awesome.
star.
Awful.
Awesome.
I'm
Well, that's his
good.
cat. I mean, awesome is his catchphrase, but he's
Oh.
fucking horrible.
Pointless.
Seth Rollins.
Little dick.
He's
What?
What? It's.
he's a tiny
Boiled.
one.
Boiled.
Nikki
That's
Bella. Okay, here's another
Booby.
comparison.
I cut.
Right. Trish Stratus.
Implant. Oh, Trish
Trish
Stratus.
Stratus.
Yeah.
He's
Stratus.
sexy as fuck.
Satisfaction. Sexy.
right.
Hot
Okay,
bitch.
right,
I can go on
right.
forever.
Oh, damn.
Nikki Bella.
Boobies.
Fake
Look.
implant.
Alright.
John Cena's cunt.
Right.
Kind of.
Oh shit.
oh
Oh my god.
man.
Oh, that's
John Cena condo?
Fucking Eric's on fire today.
oh man.
Right.
Oh shit. Oh
Oh my god, right. Okay.
Shane McMahon.
Okay. Now, the reason why I did that was because what the Attitude Era did in the past was that you had characters built up. What you have now is these characters not built up at all. These characters have no meaning. The Smart Busters have said this on many occasions. These characters on WWE have no build-up, and that's why I use that to compare the two, because that goes to show you exactly the level of the way WWE is. Now, I think should we do the Raw preview? Having done the Raw preview,
John Cena's cunt.
I am not watching Raw. I'm gonna be watching The Flash. Fuck Raw.
oh god, I really want to watch the Flash, but I have to watch this. I have to watch this.
You don't
crap.
have to watch it, Jerry. It's
Just
your
watch The
life.
Flash, man.
Anyway,
Who cares? Wrestling sucks. Okay, nobody gives a fuck about it.
Wrestling's
Well,
fake.
sponsor Divas.
I
Yeah,
just
we
got
all
some
have
news.
nice fashion
Sting will have a documentary tonight after Raw. So if you want to see Sting, which probably people tune in more than Raw itself.
I tune
For
in
some
more to
reason,
Table 3.
WWE Network is not working for me. I keep clicking on a video, like I'm clicking on a video, and it keeps telling me to log on when I already did.
Oh yeah, it's happened to me a lot. There was a Flash problem as well. I had. Where you ever see when I was clicking on it, the Flash player wasn't working as well.
Hey,
I had an issue.
WWE, fix your damn network.
And I'm paying $9.99 for your crap. I have to stay up and watch your crap.
You know what's more interesting than Raw? You know what's more interesting than Raw? The Table for
Flash,
3.
everything.
No, I mean like in terms of the network, in terms of like WWE, whatever they show right now, other than NXT, I really like the Table for 3 special they show on the network though. That I feel like is the most interesting thing they show, other than like Raw is shit. I would rather watch a Table for 3 special on the network than Monday Night
There's a
Raw.
new one out, yeah?
The new one is the new one. The recent one they did was with Dean Ambrose, Cesaro, and Kevin Owens.
Don't spoil it because I'm actually gonna watch it after this because I actually like the last Table for 3. But anyway,
Oh, that one's hilarious though.
yeah, fucking Ryback getting bullied by Daniel Bryan.
Wait, Daniel Bryan and who else?
Daniel Bryan, Dolph Ziggler, and Dolph Ziggler, and Ryback.
Oh, well, Dolph Ziggler and Ryback I don't care about, but I'll just do the second one.
So we've got the New Day. Apparently they were against John Cena last week and they gave him a beating. So apparently they're building up.
What is up with that? Like, are they
Daniel
getting a
Bryan.
push or something?
Wow.
Like, is the New Day like?
They're trying to make the New Day strong. But after a while,
I mean, I guess it's a good thing.
John Cena's gonna elevate them and then drop them on their faces.
His name is John Cena.
I feel like the New Day is gonna probably win the one of the New Day members, or even because since Cena's taking a time off, he's obviously gonna drop the U.S. title, and it's either two people I think he's gonna lose the title to. I
Wait,
think
when
it's
is he
either
leaving?
um around Hell in a Cell. I think after Hell in a Cell, then he's taking his time off.
There's
You
Man,
only
know,
one
well,
title he
actually,
can get.
Raw.
There's only one title. Then
I
I
don't
get
know if Raw will
is the
be
ICU.
just as good if John Cena's
I
gone.
think one of the New Day guys are gonna win the belt, the U.S. Championship. I think they're gonna lose the tag title, and then one of them is gonna win the U.S. title from
Yeah.
Cena.
Well,
And
I guess it makes
Terrence,
sense.
basically, I've got to go here. But I just want to say, the preview, you all know it's fucking Seth Rollins versus Kane, which nobody really gives a crap about. I'm gonna watch Raw. If
Boo.
it's if it's if it's half decent, I'll probably who am I kidding? I'll probably will review it. But guys, let me know what you think in the comments below about everything we've said. This is General Jerry on the General Jerry channel, signing out.